Kyle Van Noy, 11 years, 2 Super Bowl championships, is now a Raven, had an excellent year. So let me ask you, Kyle, when you watch Kansas City, I know they're a rival. Does it drive you crazy, or is part of you saying, listen, man, I've been in that chair. I've won those close games with Tom. How do you view it?
You know, I get really excited, honestly, just because, you know, to beat the best, you got to be the best, you got to beat them. Like, it's plain and simple. If you're trying to end something, you need to beat them. Part of me hates them. Part of me respects them. You got to respect what they're doing. Andy Reid at the helm with Patrick Mahomes. They've been a great team. I think it's been the three-headed monster with Kelsey, Mahomes, and Chris Jones. Those three sticking together, and then you can put anybody around them, and they seem to figure it out, either defensively with Spags and Chris Jones or offensively. Doesn't even matter who the offensive coordinator, as long as Andy Reid's there with Patrick Mahomes. And, you know, what's impressive to me is just the amount of games they've won that are just one-score games. It's gone on all season, and that's what championship teams do. I've been a part of that, where it seems like in the fourth quarter, teams start to shrink and shrivel away, and they've done a good job of sticking to the plan. Nobody gets nervous because they know 15 is going to bail them out if it comes to that. And then it seems like on defense, they're always going to get that stop. So they got an awesome thing going, and hopefully the Eagles take advantage in the Super Bowl somehow and win.
You tell me. Again, you've been on a dynasty. Now you're watching the Chiefs. How do the Eagles match up? Now, it's a green wall of talent, Kyle. They got nothing but dudes everywhere. How do they match up?
You know, I look at it, this matchup, and I think they match up really well. Both teams can go strength on strength. You have the Kansas City Chiefs, who methodically have driven the ball down the field and have come away with touchdowns. I think they're one of the top teams with the longest play drives for touchdown ratio. I believe the Eagles are the best team defending that. So them, you know, not getting beat over the top, not getting beat with big plays, you're going to have to drive this length of the field against the Eagles defensively, and they match up really well because they tighten up in the red area. Now, offensively, the Chiefs, to me, they struggle a little bit against the run. They perform, you know, well when it matters, but Saquon's a different beast. I don't think they've faced an O-line like they have with the Eagles. And then what's going to come down as the X factor to me is Jalen Hurts. Is he going to be able to make the throws when he needs to? And I believe he can. I think him and A.J. Brown got in a little rhythm last week. You saw that fourth down conversion with the go ball. It's not my favorite thing to do, but when you have A.J. Brown, a true number one, it's a good decision. He came down with it, and then he had a touchdown in the game. I felt that chemistry really helped them, and hopefully it'll gain traction going into this last game.
Final question. One of my favorite guys, Kyle Van Noy. You got a couple of minutes here. Listen, Lamar's great. I'm his biggest fan. The reality is, when Tiger was in his prime, nobody was beating him. That's just the reality of it. What do the Ravens do to get to that next level? You're close. I love Lamar. It was a bad day for Mark Andrews. It happens. What is the vibe in Baltimore today after another gutting playoff loss, Kyle?
Yeah, I love Lamar too. And I'm sure he appreciates you being one of his biggest fans, especially with the amount of people that aren't for whatever reason. If you just watch the tape and you watch them, it's greatness. You know, something I'll bring up, you saw the other night, Josh Allen had 2 throws, really weren't very good throws, and then he had another couple later on that didn't happen to be turnovers, right? And then everyone says he played a solid game, you know, which he ended up doing. Lamar Jackson had 2 mistakes against the Buffalo Bills, which happened to be turnovers. In one game, you have Kansas City and, you know, Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, you know, throw balls that should have been caught for interceptions. They didn't. In our game, you know, you have the fumble and then the one missed throw that happened to be turnovers. And then he plays lights out after that. During the second half, played unbelievable. It's just getting rid of those costly mistakes.
Yep.
Or the ball bounces where the team doesn't catch them, where we take advantage of that, where we don't have turnovers in our games. And I think he'll clean it up. I think it's a learning situation. There's many quarterbacks that didn't win until they were in their 30s of their first Super Bowl. Lamar's still young. He's still getting better. I think he's going to take it up another level. I know he has another gear. I know he has another level of play. I've seen it in practice, and I'm excited to see it again this year up close, personal, being on the bench, watching him and cheering him on.
Kyle, you just keep playing. You just keep making plays. You're about now. A minute left. How old are you right now? Come on, tell me. How old are you?
I'm 33. I'll be 34 this next year. I'm grateful to keep playing.
Yeah.
My first Pro Bowl. A lot of people, are pumped about it with me. I'm excited for all the fans that voted for me, and then my play, it speaks for itself. It comes down to a mindset. Just like you feel like you're the best at your job.
That's right.
I feel like I'm the best at mine.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Uncle Colin. Subscribe here to get the latest from the herd, including exclusive behind-the-scenes videos and more, wherever you may be, however you may be watching. Thanks again for making us part of your day.